Hello everyone, my name is Jasper again. In this video, I will be teaching you guys everything about Warrior. I'll be cutting this section into three parts. One is the introduction, the job trees, and the affinity of Warrior. Next is a strategy showcase. I will be fighting a certain enemy and teach you what are the tips regarding on how to use the ability more often. And lastly is a build suggestion. Now do take note that these are just a build suggestion. You can do whatever you want in this game as long as you have the right equipment stats. Now let's see what the warrior does. I'm sorry for those random movements. I've been I'm changing the presets and everything. So let's go. And preparing for some stuff. Warriors. Warriors is a war cry. This fierce roar that staggers enemy. This actually is a break damage, but not so much. I mean, not too much break damage because the main focus of those roar is to push the enemy and buff yourself that deals a great amount of HP. Now let's see what the mastery of the roar was, the Warcry mastery. Now when you finish a enemy with a soul burst, that buff will have a full buff. Sorry, full duration. So if example you have 50%, then you were able to perform a soul burst, it will be a 100% as well. Okay, so let's go with the passive stat. The passive stats. Oh, I also forgot. A warrior can use all weapon except mace, even the gun. So yeah, this is a wide variety of weapon, but it has a limitation when it comes to links. So, but first, before the links, let's go for the passive stats. Passive stats are all damage taken minus and damage dealt at max HP, and lastly is increase HP. Now for the links, we got for the Greatsword, which is the second link, Katana's second link, and Senshin second link, Senshin stance second link, uh, Lance for the rare link. Oh, forgot, sorry. Those second link are decreased damage taken when the ability is active. Same goes with the Katana. While the spear is refills breakage on physical damage. On axe, we have a forward link which is refills breakage on physical damage dealt, and the second link that is decreased damage taken when the ability is active. Forward also we got the forward link for the katana, which is refills breakage based on physical damage dealt. And oh wait, sorry, those are the abilities. This is the next katana, which is the decreased damage taken for the second link, and the forward link of the great sword is refills breakage on physical damage dealt. Now the abilities are retribution for great sword, and I think there's another one, the spinning smash, which is also for great sword. Now the command ability is the mighty strikes. Where is it? Oh wait, sorry. Mighty strikes is boost your attack temporarily. This basically makes your physical ability strong, and it's actually not just the physical ability, also spells, but it kind of also way works better on physical damage, and all the damage you'll get on the enemy are weaknesses. So if you have weaknesses break damage, this will also work. If you have enemy weakness recover HP on MP, like the 600 Lancer or 600 Dragoon or the Lancet command ability, that will also work as well. I'm sorry if I exit that. So let's go for the evocation ultima. As you can see, oh wait, I forgot the links. Job links are Dark Knight and Liberator. And let's go for the evocation ultima. As you can see, they have both the same stats, but the difference is the links. Now let's go for the first the evocation. The additional links are the staff, which is the second link, decreased damage taken when the ability is active, and the third link of the great sword for the evocation is this is a mighty strike. This is basically just a mighty strike ability. Next will be the lance for the forward link, which is the refuse breakage on physical damage there. Next for the ultima, same goes with the staff forward and then second. Yeah, it doesn't have anything. It didn't change, but except for the greatsword. The greatsword has the parry link for the mighty strikes. Now let's go for what the difference with the ability for the evocation ultima. First, the evocation, when you activate the Warcry, it just refills your breakage. That's about it. The next is the ultima. This is like the weak spot of the duelist, where when you activate the weak spot, you can trigger another ability that is linked to your parry ability. Now this is actually crazy because uh, with this Ultima, you have this particular link for third link, which is the F parry link, which is the mighty strike. So that's actually that complements the Ultima job as well. So let's go about the affinities. I'm sorry. Let's go affinities. There you go. 20 HP for 30 HP strength, and increase the wall break damage dealt when wall splatting. Now this only applies to small and medium enemies, and if there's a specific wall, this basically just for the mainly for the Warcry, but there are some abilities that pushes enemies will also work. Next is strength stamina, and same goes with the wall splat bonus. And the stats are strength, stamina, and HP. Now this 250 reduce the MP cost of abilities affected by the combo ability. This is like the samurai action combo ability. This is actually stuck as well if you have the action combo ability reduced stat when on the equipment or on the mastery points. Now let's for the 400 reduce the max break gauge when targeting enemy weaknesses. 600 basically have a mighty strike, but it's not strong as the command ability, but it stacks with the command ability itself. So if you want to go for that, you do make sure to go for more H for physical damage, but do take note this 600 only works if you have a max HP. If example you have your my HP is 8603. If my HP is 8601 or 6002, then this won't work. But it will also work if you get deplete your HP, because on the review HP gets depleted as long as you have the max HP. Okay, so let's go fight some enemies. But before that, I guess I should check my set because I've been playing a lot of other job. I have blue mage and red mage. No, but I have no blue red mage on this. If I can change it, I guess I'll change the yo. I can change the summoner to red mage. Yeah, I guess I can change it for a quick change, maybe. Sorry for the delay. This is the one. I need the red mage ultima. Come on, give me red mage ultima. Ah no, red mage. Wait, what do I need? No, yeah, I need red mage ultima. Do I need it too? Nah, I guess not. I guess I'm gonna trade it later. Okay. Alright, this one's good. Actually, the buff of the Warcry is pretty straightforward. It it releases a big roar that pushes the enemies. It deals a amount of damage, and it heals your HP. So that's good. Also good for crowd control if you are dealing with a lot of enemies. As you can see, I'm using the parry link. There you go. I really love that parry link, baby. Especially when I got the 600 samurai. You can just spam this all day. Whoa! You're not allowing me to job change. Oh, the reason why I don't lose MP is because of my 600 samurai. That all all parry buffs are activating. And I have a carbuncle. So that's why. Yo, that's a close one. There you go. I guess there's another one. I wonder if I can use that one stack of blue mage though. Will it work on the Blessing of Light? That's interesting. I guess I can try. I'm gonna attack. Yo, where's... There you go. Oh, it worked on the Blessing of Light. Hey, good to know, baby. I have learned something new. So maybe if I add 600 red mage. If I add 600 red mage, that means on my knight, the Blessing of Light will increase the red mage. And if I have a 600 red mage on the other job, that will also increase my damage. Hey, that's good to learn. Maybe gonna I'm gonna experiment on that. I really love this game because I can experiment all the jobs that I want. So yeah, I mean, the pretty much straightforward about the warrior. About the links, they are actually most on defense one. For me, if you want the best, the decreased damage taken during the ability is the best way to use it on the axe side. Axe abilities, because on axe you have a slow charging, and when you charge, you cannot cancel the animation. What I mean is, you can abuse the decreased damage taken for charging attacks. So let's go about the stats. I also forgot to mention that the summon stats per 100 are for Alexander, stamina 6, for Odin, stamina 6. This works for summon stats per 100%. Now here are the affinities that I suggest. Now warrior has a lot of, as I've mentioned, as you can see here, there are a lot of weapons, but there are the only links that has the greatsword, katana, axe, and the lance, and also the staff. But that doesn't mean that you cannot use other weapon. It's all up to you. The links are just as I've mentioned in my steps on making build. The links are optional. Doesn't always required. You can always use some jobs that doesn't have the links that you want. It's all up to how you play the game or how you use the ability on your playstyle. Okay? Now let's go for the suggestion affinity. Of course, I always recommend the 400 affinity of the basic job weapon you're using for you to unlock the weapon abilities, also increase its damage. Now next is, of course, 600 warriors, kinda no-brainer for making this build. 600 knight. 600 knight is making your, as you soul shield more, the more stamina you gain. And stamina is a fast physical defense, so if you want to increase that as well. And 400 immunity for Lightbringer. 250 additional stamina bonus of stamina stats. Affinities, and reduce breakage on successful guard. Next is 600 Berserker. This activates, when you activate a Soul Burst, you activate a full duration Lightbringer. This also complements the Warcry's job, because when a Soul Burst, the duration is 100%. 400 recovers MP when Lightbringer. Automatically Shell and Protect for near death, and Stamina Strength stats, and refills breakage on damage death. Now next is 600 Monk. Why? Because Monk is a tanky affinity, tanky set. So for 600 more damage for more HP. Yes, 400 more HP. Increased buff, parry buff durations. Actually a balanced build for strength, stamina, agility, and increases your breakage. Next would be 600 Dragoon. 600 Dragoon for recover HP when exploiting weaknesses, especially if you have the 600 Warrior. This also complements this 600 Dragoon. Next is increased attack speed when Lightbringer. Enemy defeated by an action will be ended with Soul Burst. Great amount of strength and agility. And enemy weakness break damage. Next will be 600 Samurai. This is my build, 600 Samurai. That's why I don't use MP because I have a Carbuncle Blessing, so I heal HP when I activate it. Uh, yeah, so basically your 600 Samurai also gives you 400 parry, perfect critical damage on those ability. I mean, temporarily increase damage dealt when chain cancelling, great amount of strength and agility, and reduce MP cost. Now this actually also stuck with the 250, 250 warrior. Okay. Next would be Dark Knight. Oh wait, Hunter. Now Hunter, we may not be using the for 600 because it is an agility stat, but if you can able to increase your agility, then go for it. Because this is actually based on agility, on exploiting enemy weaknesses. But here is a good one. This restore MP fixed amount of MP regardless damage dealt. Make it easier to perform critical chance. Strength intellect, agility, and here's the one. Refills your breakage when you are fighting, when you're dealing with enemy, when you're dealing weakness damages. Next will be 400 Dark Knight. For you to activate all the near death stats, this will be always be active. Next will be 250, increase the damage dealt. Uh, Stats are strength and intellect, and damage dealt for near death damage dealt for the other stats. Next would be 600 Paladin. Here, when you soul shield, the more HP you get, and if you have the 600 monk, that also complements it. 400 is immune to all ailments, but not debuffs. Okay, remember, not debuffs. If the enemy can debuff your defense, that will still work on you. It only applies to elemental, mostly elemental. Next will be restore HP when you're Lightbringer. This also stuck with, well, actually not stuck because this is like sustained. The duration is like fast, but I mean the HP regen of this is fast compared to the Warcry, which is per second, but this is like per millisecond. I don't know how to explain that. So next will be stamina and spirit stat, and Lex is increased break damage dealt on when max HP. Next will be Liberator. Liberator is stamina stat build, and if you want to go for 600, that's to make your enemy. That's to make your party more powerful. Next is share effect of your potion and recovers ally, and increase HP potency. So this increases the HP recovery of your Warcry as well. Same goes if you have the 250 Lightbringer of the Paladin. Now, stamina spirit stats and increase parry window. Next will be Breaker. Breaker is a strength stat. The more you soul 600 is the more you soul shield, the more strength you gain. The next is 400. When you soul burst, you increase your damage dealt. This complements the Warcry as well because when you soul burst, you increase your buff duration. So you just increase the buff duration of Warcry and you make more powerful. Next will be additional strength bonuses to all strength stats and strength and stamina stats, and increase MP recovery for soul burst. Did I put Void Knight? This is just for my stuff, but I might be able to change this as well. But yeah, this gains haste permanent, reduce command ability, MP recovery, stamina spirit stat, and MP limit. Next, I suggest is 600 Summoner. 600 Summoner for times 2 the power of your summon blessing. 400, so when soul shield in all buff duration increases. Decrease sustain MP cost. If you're using a greatsword, this may also work for the spinning slash. Next is actually a balance stat, but morally on intellect. And increase max MP when you chain cancel. Next is the 600 cyclic warrior. Now this 600 is that when you activate a Lightbringer, all soul shield and soul burst activate. So if you have a soul shield stack affinity, that also work. If you have a Bahamut summon blessing, you gain a one stack. Every time you Lightbringer, you gain a one stack. Now this one, this is actually a bit crazy because when you when you soul burst enemy, it increases the duration. And when this is also one part when you have these two, these 600 400. When you every time you soul burst, you also soul shield. That's which means that this also increases your stacks, which is crazy. Now next, increase your MP limit when MP limit is below 200. Maximum is 200. It will increase your MP limit to 200. Now, a great amount of strength and stamina, and increase break damage dealt max. Break increase damage dealt to enemies max breakage by 22%. This also stuck with the 400 warrior. So that's about it about this suggestion affinities. So this is my build. I might be able to change. Why did I shit? I might be able to change this in the future. If I do, I guess I can do an update, or me, I do a lot of fun boss, and I will share my build in the right time because there are a lot of to cover in this game, and I want to cover every niche on this game, every part of this game. Here are my master points. Here, the damage there, Parry. I think I should change this one. Why would I need to have a bunker? I forgot to show you the master points of the night, so I guess I can show it to you here. Just an add up. Where's my spirit, night, critical break, bring duration, social break cost, and buff duration. Yeah. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.